Information, knowledge, observation.
Other than partners that you've been with, have you ever made someone cry?
Several times.
You would say that, wait, what's?
I've been told I have a very harsh way of speaking to people. So sometimes I cannot say things the right way. And I'm a person who just brood a lot and then explode.
Me too.
Working on it.
Yeah. I'm working on it too. I'm working on it
It's
too.
tough. But yeah, I've said some things to people that really, really hurt them and damage relationships, I'm sure, for life.
So have you, how did you reconcile, or did you ever try to?
Yes, immediately. Because for me, as much as I am a person that can brood and hold on and just explode, I also immediately know when I'm wrong. But you can't pull back words. You know, there's a friend of mine, actually just left, but there's a friend of mine who said, I don't speak when I'm in anger, because you can't recall them words.
Right. I had that same conversation.
You can't recall them words,
There's one thing about the podcast that I think that I really got a better relationship with, and that is with words. And what words can do and how words can be interpreted. So I also have developed a certain level of communication skills just because we have to in order to be able to entertain and use communication as a tool, that kind of thing. Talking to some people, like, they don't understand that, like, you have sometimes, especially when they saying that you gotta say it, that's heavy.
Right.
You have to be surgical with the words you choose.
Exactly.
Because if you say it once, right, that could be 20 years that boy thinking about that.
It's true.
Don't even if you say you apologize, the fact that they're out there and the way you said it, that the time that I tell somebody something real bad.
Whoa! Immediately.
Whoa!
Names you demons.
I tell somebody something.
Actually, before you do that, one of those people was you, by the way. That I felt like I didn't say the right thing to anyone. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
But we can talk about it now, though. I don't mind. No, tell me.
Right.
Mark is like, contact.
Okay.
No.
Right, so I never apologized for this. So I can use this opportunity now because it's something that I think about at least twice a month.
And you could just recap so people know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Okay, so it actually happened around the lives, right? I was upset that Marcus wasn't taking the lives as seriously as I would have wanted, right? And he was coming in late and just showing a lot of, like, disinterest, and thing. And there was this particular time that everybody was late or something, but he was late in particular, and I went off, bro. Like, I curse, you stink, dog. And in the moment, I felt justified in it because I was hurt, but it wasn't the right way to deal with it. And I feel bad about that. I feel bad often. Because at the end of the day, it's more than a podcast for us. I think that's what's different about us is really, we actually are friends. We actually are brothers,
This ain't fabricated.
Yeah, and I felt badly and ashamed that a podcast could make me act like that. So sorry, bro.
I appreciate that.
You know what he mean?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
it was vile.
To even add,
He was there.
If we were there, when we're probably.
That wasn't so good.
When after that happened, I did think about that a lot. I did not think about the fact that you were upset because I did actually believe you were justified in you being upset. I actually did. Genuinely, I thought that all the men should have been upset with me.
Right.
But the fact that I was late and
Not taking it serious or whatever.
yeah, all them sort of things, right? But I did not like how you spoke to me that day. And the fact that it was more the fact that you never came back to me and spoke to me about it. That weighed on me. It did weigh on me.
But whoa. Okay. All right, let me deal with this moment. But I have thought about it a lot. I have thought about it a lot. It's sad that it's only now that I can think, but I just struggle with feeling disrespected, Like, so it was more about how I felt about how you respected me And it might not bring it up after. It was me trying to hold on to the fact that at least I got this on record.
Right.
You know, which is not good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
What you would say though, I do. First of all, apology accepted though,
Appreciate
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can say that even now, that shows a lot of strength, and I really appreciate that. I do, and that's very admirable.
Right.
And I am guilty of the same thing that you would have done.
Hi. Hi. How are you?
No, let's hear about this.
I know that.
I know all this drama.
It's not, but I cannot speak about it unless Rom minds, because I didn't want to bring it up again since we spoke about it.
No, we good.
Oh, okay.
We good.
And thing cool too.
Well, yeah.
I want to say who else was involved.
Yeah.
But there was a point in time when
Oh yeah, I know about this.
right, I was trying to arrange in terms of just getting like the editing material, because I would do like the editing for the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted like the audio saying that Rome is responsible for doing the editing and stuff.
Right.
And although Rome was busy, he still told me he was able to do things within a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just going by, well then, by this deadline, I would expect that you have said that you will be able to do it by. I would expect it. That happened about 3 times, right? Rome called me about a separate project, right? But before that, though, I was saying, how come he keep doing this to me that he not communicating with me properly, bro? And I started to do exactly what you did, Mos.
Yeah.
I started to brood, and I was just like, why he disrespecting me to a point where he can't just tell me the truth?
Right.
Why he can't tell me that he ain't available from this time to this time?
Right.
Why he keep like tagging me, to like stringing me along? But yes, can still communicate about the projects that he does care about. So you don't care about the project that we're doing, eh?
Right.
So that's why I was feeling all these things I was feeling, blah, blah, blah. And then Rome called me and I offload and I behave in a way that I never behave around the man with. You understand? Only, you know.
Girlfriend treatment.
Yeah. I thought so long if I should say it like that, right? But literally only my girls I get like hype with or whatever like that, right? So I
was so confused.
Yeah.
I was so confused. Like, it was so confused. I was like, what?
I offload me.
That's fine.
But you know, what you might not know, he's supposed to be first, you know.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
I didn't know that.
You know what's funny? The same day before you had called me, which was like it's coincidental, right? The same day I spoke to Mos and I said, Mos,
I feel in a
I feel like sign boiling, Mos. I feel like sign boiling, right?
Pause.
Say exactly what you said to me, Mos.
Dog. Be firm.
Settle down.
Don't freak out.
Right. I remember that. So right, so then you call me.
Ed call you to schedule.
Yeah. It's a schedule for the other project. I was firm. I freaked the fuck out, dog. I freaked out.
I was so confused. Right. What happened to, right? What happened to?
I said, this be friend.
Not only that, but it was like the time and place,
Yeah.
Right.
and the involvement of
Mike.
the other,
Yeah.
and the involvement of the other person that had nothing to do.
Right,
with it.
right.
Okay.
I was like, yo, what's
Right.
going on here? This
Yeah.
is not good. You know?
Right, but I apologize to you already about that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, but I felt very bad about that immediately afterwards. Same thing as Mos, right?
Right.
So I definitely resonate with what you said about thing. But I guess as men, and you know, we's all passionate men, and that's why we do this thing. We got passion, right?
Right.
Why we do so many things.
Right
So
to the point too earlier about the entire journey and all that happened during the journey, all the disagreements, all the whatever feelings and things. Like, I appreciate all of it in terms of like that's the growth to see past that, to get past them things. That's the growth because you know you internalize.
Yep.
You feel how you feel.
Yep.
You come out and apologize today. He internalize. He feel how he feel. Apologize. All that's growth in a man. All that's growth in not just a man, but all that's growth. If you can't do that,
Right.
say wrong.